Alright, so today we are going for a quick little scalp position on gold, right? Because you can see we are super duper overextended right now. I'm expecting price to like just start making a massive pullback soon. Right now we are in London session. I'm just gonna come in here. I'm gonna look for our shots, and we're gonna enter in 3, 2. Alright, no, not yet, not yet. Alright, not yet. Not yet, man. Price is heavily bullish right now. If I try to enter for a shot right here, it's kind of like gambling. But anyways, we just saw price up, all the available liquidity above this high. It's time to get in. No hesitation, no reservation, no fear. Just going to get in. Okay, no, not yet. Not yet, guys. Not yet, guys. Chill, guys. Look, man, I need to get a stronger confirmation before I can full pot my account on this trade. If price wants to continue bullish, then I guess there's no opening for me to look for the good old cheeky little short position. All right, anytime right now. All right, let's go, baby. Let's go. Boom. Just entered for a good old short position on gold. Right, so for this one, it's just going to be like a extremely, and I mean like extremely fast scalp, right? So just to show you guys where we actually entered for the trade right here on gold, it's going to be somewhere around like this 4030.70 level right here. And honestly, we are looking to like just target maybe somewhere down here. Bro, if I could just capture like this move from here all the way to here, this would be pretty decent, huh? Let me just see the risk reward from here, right? All the way to here, right? So this would be like a 2.5 each risk reward. There's a very high chance that price is going to pull back to that last demand zone right here, right? Because if you look at this, like I said, price is super duper overextended right now. London session, liquidity stepping to the market. Price has also swept the liquidity that we have sitting above this highs right here. And this, to me, it's like the final time in which smart money is pushing price up to entice retail traders to get FOMO and start entering for a long position, just for them to pull like a bait and switch, just for them to do like a rug pull, and they're like, haha, retail traders, you got freaking psyched again, right? So obviously I'm not a stupid retail trader, so I'm not going to enter for a buy right here. This is where I will enter for a buy if I was trading in my first 2 years. But right now I've been trading for so goddamn long, and I know that I should just do the opposite of what I would do in my first 2 years, right? So instead of entering for a buy, let me just enter for a sell, right? Because this is where liquidity is getting taken. Anyways, if price is really take out this low right here, this is where we potentially get a market shift, right? And then this is where we can start seeing price making a drastic, very significant pullback to areas of demands that we have down here, right? Because if you look at this, once again, there's huge amount of imbalance right here, and then the market starts losing momentum, right? There's just not enough buying pressure in the market, so it's consolidated a little bit. And this is a very clear sign of fatigue. This is a sign that tells us that the sellers is about to step into the market right now. All it's waiting for is some form of liquidity sweep, which is exactly what we got right here, right? Little DC price came up there, swept all the good old JC liquidity right there, triggering all the stop losses, all the stop orders, and now we are in the building. But yeah, man, just gonna be a very quick scalp. Just gonna target this low right here. One is a 2R. Now, if you guys look at this scalp right here, the reason why I haven't placed a stop loss yet is because I want to like place it above this high, but I don't want to get stopped out by spread or anything, right? So I want to make sure that I figure out a proper price point in which is not too far, not too close, just nice. And judging by the current price action, I would say like the best place to place my stop loss will most likely gonna be a few pips above this protected high right here at this 4035 level, right? This is not too close, not too far. So let me just put that real quick. I always want to make sure to protect the downside no matter how confident you are. So let's just put it at 4035-ish. And then in terms of the take profit, like I said, looking to get in out fast, potentially just targeting this demand right here. So if I'm targeting this demand, let me just draw like a box right here for you guys to see. All right, so why this demand? Because if you look at this right here, this is also the last like structural low, which means that in order for price to, make like a deeper pullback, make like a deeper retracement to fill up all of this imbalance right here, it has to take out this low right here, right? Like that's the first layer of resistance. So yeah, like that means that is where price is most likely going to move toward next. And right now we don't have a guarantee on like whether price is actually going to take out this low or not, right? We don't know that for sure. All we can do is to guess that, hey, there's a chance for price to take out this low, but we don't know for sure, right? So if we don't know for sure, we don't want to assume what the market will do. We just want to trade accordingly, right? But right now, based on my hypothesis, is that price is going to come down to this demand zone, which is also situated at the last structural low, and then it could react from this low and just continue to head up just like this, right? If there's sufficient demand. If there's not enough demand, price can just take out this low, giving us a market shift, and then price can shift bearish to facilitate that retracement, to facilitate the pullback. So yeah, those are two scenarios which could potentially play out. And the thing is, I am so methodical right now, and I'm just like, bro, I don't care which scenario play out because I'm getting out before price even get a chance to play out one of those two scenarios, right? That's how tactical I am. I'm like, okay, what we know for sure based on, like this hypothesis is that price is either going to go up or go down at this area, which means that price is most likely, or rather for sure, in my opinion, that it's going to come down to this area right here. So if that's the case, then that is where I'm looking to exit. If I know that that's where price will potentially make a move that is a little bit unpredictable, right? So yeah, that's exactly where I'm placing my take profit, somewhere around here at this 4022 level, right? Once again, being very, very tactical. Right, you can see right now we got a little retracement, right? Just a little pullback because obviously price have swept the liquidity below this low right here. And also, like I said, the market moved from phases of imbalance to balance and then potentially imbalance again, right? That's just how the market has to move. Yeah, we're just gonna remain calm, remain collected, remain relaxed, and just continue letting the trade do its thing. Oh no! No, don't tell me we are wrong, guys. Don't tell me we are wrong, man. We're actually in the red right now. This is actually pretty nerve-wracking, seeing how I'm down like freaking 50k. It was 50k. It was 50k, man. Yeah, like I said, guys, I'm calm. I'm good. Oh my days. We're down 90k right now. Jesus. Yeah, but anyways, this is prone to happen. We are pretty much expecting price to come back up to this supply zone, that sub liquidity, right? Because this is once again our protected high. So if you place your stop loss at the right place, you shouldn't be worried, right? You shouldn't be scared, right? There is no fear. Right now, it's just the matter of, continue trusting your analysis, continue letting the trade do its thing. This is my personal philosophy, right? This is something that I've driven to all my students. And that is, once you have done your analysis, you set your exit, you set your stop loss, you set your take profit, there's nothing that you can do right now that will determine the trade outcome, that can influence the trade outcome. All you can do is to just sit your hand on your hands and just let it play out, man. Like if it lose, it lose. If it wins, it wins. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Like pretty much just sum up the mentality of a professional trader in like one sentence. You can see I was down 90k. Like you guys can see this shit live right now. You can see the open position right now, right there in front of your eyes, right? Time open, 30 June 3:27 p.m., right? And you literally saw me when it was the drawdown. And do you see me panicking? Do you see me, getting frustrated? Well, I actually feel the emotion, right? I actually feel the frustration and the fear, but I do not act upon it. That's the difference. It's okay to feel the emotion because you're human, but that doesn't mean that you have to act on it. And acting on it is the part where people mess up, right? That's the part which caused them to make a stupid decision. So like I said, man, like once you do your analysis, once you do your preparation, you do your chart markups right here, just enter the trade and then just surrender. Just surrender to the market. So I believe that your trading results is directly correlated with your ability to surrender control. So if you feel the need to control everything, then it's very difficult for you to become profitable in the market because of the fact that there is so many variables in the market that you simply can't control, right? So you just gotta surrender, man. You just gotta zen, right? Just gotta let the trade do its thing and just chill out, my friend. Do anything other than panicking, right? Anything other than, micromanaging a trade. Yeah, the worst thing you can do is to sit there and watch every single thing like I do. The reason why I can do it is because I've trained my mind to do this shit, right? But the worst thing for you, if you are an emotional trader, is to sit in front of the charts and stare at every single move on every single minute. Because every single small move, small retracements just like this is going to end up psyching you out of a good trade, right? Every little pullback, every little retracement. So yeah, if you guys are emotion, a tip that I can give you guys is to just not look at your charts once you have entered into the position, right? Like just go and relax and just go and do something else, right? Like just go and, I don't know, play tennis or touch grass or some shit. And then later on, when you hit TP, so it is what it is, right? If you hit stop loss, it is what it is. Once again, in this case, we are going back into the red, man. Does it feel good? No. Is this outside of my control? Yes, right? It's like, man, I cannot dictate where price will go next. I don't have a crystal ball. I don't need to predict where price will go next, right? I don't know and I don't care. All I know for sure is that if price goes down, smash my TP, I'm going to make a lot of money. And if price goes up, smash my stop loss, I'm just going to lose a little bit of money. That's it. That's it, man. And what I do know for sure is that my edge will play out mathematically over the law of large numbers. So in the long term, I will be profitable, even though if I end up taking a few losses here and there, because that's just the mathematics of my trading strategy. It's like I just make more money when I'm right and lose less money when I'm wrong. Over time, I'm profitable. Now, I tell people this all the time. You don't need to predict the future in order to make money in this market. That's like the most common misconception in trading. A lot of people think that trading is all about, ensuring that you are right on your trade idea all the time. Ensuring that, you can buy before the market goes up at a perfect timing and sell before the market starts crashing. But that's not true, right? Because like I said, if you develop an edge which allows you to make more money when you are right and you lose less money when you are wrong, then who cares how many times you are wrong? Over the long run, you will just be wildly profitable because your wins just outweigh your losses. Like I said, it's just math. All right, and then people always look at me like, what the hell are you saying, man? Now, I believe that the secret to profitability is to transcend the law of polarity, is to transcend duality. What I basically mean by that is that in the market, there is wins and losses. There is good and bad. There is positive and negative. There is right and wrong. But what if you transcend the need to use these terms to judge your trading results, to judge the market? What if you delete this vocabulary from your mind? What if you no longer use these words and you just accept everything as it is? The moment you can accept the fact that there is duality in the market, right? There is up, down, bullish, bearish, wins, loss, gain, loss, right? The moment you can fundamentally accept that is the moment where you're able to see the market for what it is, which is also the moment where you start getting detached from your trading results. It's like I said, there is no such thing as wins and losses. There is only the ability to execute a trading plan. As long as you execute a trading plan, it doesn't matter what your trading results is. It doesn't matter whether it's a win or loss. To me, I count it as a successful trade because you are one step closer towards becoming the highest version of yourself as a trader. You're one step closer to reaching your fullest potential as the disciplined, calm, focused, collected trader that you are meant to become. Right? It's like that's how I measure my trading performance. I don't measure it via my P&L. I measure it via my adherence to my trade plan. And once again, over the long term, there's like a direct correlation between your trading results and your adherence to your trade plan. It's like the more you follow your trading plan, the more the market will reward you, the more profitable you will become, right? Because like I said, remember, your edge is the thing that allows you to make more money in the market. So if you keep on executing the thing, if you keep on following the thing and keep on doing the right thing, then by definition, the market will give you the other thing, which is the reward, the freedom, the lifestyle, the money that you are seeking for, right? It's like that comes as a byproduct of you executing your edge, of you doing the right things consistently for an extended period of time. I think that's a concept that a lot of people find it very difficult to wrap their head around. This is a concept that I've been wrestling with for the longest time. And I just can't believe that it took me so long to understand this shit. It took me so long to understand that everything is divinely orchestrated by God, right? Like every single movement, every single win you encounter in the market, every single loss you incur on your account is divinely orchestrated. Like, that is why every single win will teach you something that will allow you to improve your edge. Every single loss will teach you something that allow you to know yourself better, right? It's like every single movement in the market is divine. And if that's the case, why would you judge your trading results? If you know that every single win and loss, every single blown account, every single failed funding challenge is literally orchestrated so that it can make you a better trader. If you go in with that mindset, you cannot lose, right? That is where you believe that everything in the universe is conspiring behind your back to make you a success. And if you believe with every fiber of your being in that statement, that is where you will become a much better trader. You become a much smoother trader. You will be able to flow with the market rather than against it. So if that being said, you can see like the more I talk, the price is just flowing very smoothly to my TP. And this is me walking the talk, right? Look at the way that I trade. Look at the way that I think. Look at the way that I prepare my charts for success. Look at the way that I journal and review and reflect my trade. I believe that if you just follow what professional traders do on a daily basis and how they think, you will be a professional trader. Because if you change your mindset, you change your identity, you change your behavior, and your trading results will change, right? So yeah, we're about to hit TP very, very soon. We are like halfway through. Price is a little bit choppy. Once again, we're coming to the end of June, right? So yeah, I freaking hate trading June. I'm so glad that it's ending right now. This is probably one of my most unprofitable months, this entire year. Yeah, I just really hate trading June, but it is what it is. Like I said, this is the cyclical nature of the market. There is no such thing as good month and bad month. Just accept everything as it is. Just accept nature as it is. Just see the market for what it is. Transcend the duality. Transcend the polarity. I want you guys to really just meditate hard on this. Because the people who can absorb this wisdom and meditate upon it, synthesize this information, and integrate it into their being, those are the traders who will succeed in this market. I triple guarantee you, if you're able to see past the illusion of polarity, duality, you will have such a great time in the market, man. Yeah, as you can see, it's really just amazing, right? Like, I'm just chilling, bro. I know, like, okay, if I end up losing this trade, whatever. End up winning this trade, whatever. I'm not affected whatsoever, right? And I think that's what detachment means, right? A lot of people like to throw around the term detachment, like some woo-woo term, but if you actually break it down fundamentally, it's just the ability to accept everything as it is. Because I believe that most of pain and suffering is self-imposed by trying to impose your expectation on reality. And then when there's like a misalignment between expectation and reality, that's what causes suffering. So if you expect nothing from the market, then you will be pleasantly surprised with whatever the market does. Like if the market goes in a win, yay. If the market goes in a loss, whatever. You expected nothing in the first place. That's how you should approach the market, right? With that level of equanimity. Let's go. Preach. I'm preaching, bro. I'm dead as preaching, bro. This trade better end up being a win, man, because it will be it'd be so disgraceful if I end up doing all of this preaching and then like end up hit a stop loss. But like I said, there is no such thing as a loss, right? There's no such thing as a loss, man. It is what it is, bro. It is what it is, man. Now, honestly, I really believe that the most difficult part about trading is your mind working against you. It's like, I'm telling you guys in this exact moment, I'm telling you guys all of this shit right now, telling you all of this wisdom, and deep down, my subconscious mind, my unconscious mind is trying to flood me with fear. It's trying to psych me out of this trade right now. And my mind is like, yo, Brad, you gotta get out of this trade right now, man. You're about to be wrong. No, my ego self is just like screaming at me to get out of this trade right now. Right? It's like, hey, go and secure 22K while you still can because price about to go to the red right now. You have to use every single bit of a willpower to like just ignore the egoic self, to, just return to the plan, right? Return to the plan, have that consciousness, have that awareness. All right, look at the price action, guys. This is the last push from the buyers before they realize that they have absolutely no control over the market and price starts crashing down. If you go up to the higher time frame, you can see that this is very, very clear, right? You can see over here, what we have was price, trying to close above this high here, right? But failed to close above this high and then come all the way crashing down right here, leaving behind this long upper wick. And then this right here is the second attempt to try to, take out that high, right? It's the second attempt to try to, come back to this protected high. But then later on, they will realize that there's just not enough buy orders at this point. And if there's not enough buy orders, there's not enough buying pressure, price is just going to collapse, right? At least that's what I think price will do. But yeah, like I said, it's all about the expectation versus reality, right? So let's see whether that's what price actually does, right? So yeah, prices came back up to this protected high right here, mitigating this supply zone that we have marked up right here, and most importantly, also sweeping liquidity above this high that was formed recently over here, right? So in this exact moment, if price wants to go down, it will start shifting bearish anytime soon, right? Just continue watching what price does. Okay, so in this exact example right here, I'm trying to be as fluid as humanly possible. So when price is approaching this area right here, I pretty much remove my stop loss because I know that price is potentially going to sweep this high right here. And then once you sweep this high, then that is where we can potentially see that move to the downside. So remove my stop loss on this position. This is something that I would recommend you not to do if you're just starting out, right? This is a very discretionary form of trading. Once again, this is not me refusing to be wrong. This is me just adapting to the updated information in the market, right? So my hypothesis is still the same. I'm thinking that price is sweeping this high right here. And if there's not enough liquidity in the first initial sweep, it's potentially going to sweep it again. Yeah, look at this shit, guys. It's all about understanding the mechanics of price. It's all about understanding the algorithm of price. If there's not enough liquidity above this high, price is going to sweep that high again, right? So in this case, it came up here and we tested this high. And then next time around, right, this was the next inducement over here, right? Next inducement failed to have enough liquidity. As a result, price have to go up there, sweep that high again. And right now, since price have swept all this liquidity over here, now we finally have sufficient liquidity for price to start crashing down. This is where we can expect price to just collapse even deeper. Now we got liquidity sweep on this, we swept the final liquidity. We can pretty much expect price to come down even further to this area right here. So yeah, if you guys see the way that I trade right now, it's a little bit more discretionary. It's I'm just trying to be one with the market, right? It's I'm no longer caring about my need to be right. I'm willing to take a little bit more risk just so that I can flow with the market. And while I was in this position, as price approached my stop loss right here, my initial stop loss, I must add, something within me, my intuition, my gut feeling is just telling me that, hey, we know that price is going to sweep this liquidity before we come down. So maybe you should just take out away your stop loss and just trust, right? Just trust the gut feeling. And I did. And it played out very magically right here. Just to show you guys, we are still in a position over here. I'm actually going to look to get out very, very soon itself. Like I said, it's most likely still going to come down to this point right here because it has to sweep this low here. Yeah, it has to sweep this low here before we can potentially shift bullish. And yeah, once again, this demand zone is still where price is going to move toward next after it swept this high right here. And the thing is, once again, the momentum kind of slowed down, right? It came down here, kind of slowed down a little bit. So I'm not sure whether it has the power to just take out this. But judging by what is happening right now, I do think it has the power to take out this low. But once again, I don't know and I don't want to assume. Oops, I guess we are out. You heard that, right? I guess we just hit the TP. There we have it, guys. Good old Leo profit, as you guys can see right there. Made about 274k on this trade itself, right? To be very exact, it's 274.6k or something. But yeah, price is just continue crashing down over here, man. So yeah, once again, just to show you guys the receipts, close all the positions right here. Price is still going down, absolutely diabolical, right? But it is what it is. Like I said, I wanted to take profit right here because this is the price point in which I know price will move toward next. And once again, we're using a very heavy lot size, right? And then in terms of the stop loss, originally was placed it above this high right here, and then later on we removed the stop loss because my intuition is telling me that, hey, price is going to sweep the liquidity. And I really believe that this intuition is simply my subconscious pattern recognition skill, because I've seen this pattern so many times. I've got stopped out at this price point so many times because I mistook the initial liquidity sweep as the final liquidity sweep. So as a result, I decided to just trust my instinct, trust my gut feeling, and we went into a little bit drawdown right here. It was quite a little bit, but I have a very high risk tolerance, so I'm willing to just stomach this drawdown right here. So as we went into a drawdown, later on price continued coming down here, so we put our stop loss back at this 4035-ish, so that, if price comes up there, stop us out, we are out for good, right? We are not just blindly relying on what I feel in the moment. And yeah, and later on price just came down there, smashed my TP at this level right here. You guys have seen literally everything. The way I enter, the way I exit. You have seen me use a little bit of discretion at this area right here. Once again, I don't believe that you should do this. I believe that you should be as mechanical as possible when it comes to your stop loss, especially in your first few years of trading, because you haven't developed the intuition. My intuition is simply my subconscious pattern recognition skill, which took me 7 years, 8 years to actually develop, right? So yeah, that's the only reason why I'm able to be discretionary and just take the stop loss away from this trade at this price point, at this exact moment here. So yeah, there we have it, guys. Today we made about $274,000 scalping gold. What a beautiful way to end off June, right? But if there's anything I want you guys to take away from this live trading session, it would be the importance of transcending polarity, duality. It would be the importance of just viewing everything and just accepting everything as it is. To me, that's the definition of detachment. I believe that that's the highest form of freedom, when you are able to just accept your trading results as what it is, and just know and believe that every single loss, every single win is there to teach you something. Is there to allow you to grow better, grow wiser, become more proficient at trading. It's there for your benefit. If you just view your trading journey with this lens, it will not only be a lot more profitable, but you'll be a lot less stressful. And you have a lot more fun in this game. You will actually enjoy this game a lot more. So yeah, those are just some words of wisdom that I wanted to impart to you guys before I end this live trading session. So with that being said, I will end off with a quote by Bob Proctor, who mentioned that faith and fear both demand you to believe in something you cannot see. You choose. And whatever you choose will dictate the quality of your trading results and also the quality of your life.